Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Pat of Pat's Home Craft. I have some beautiful French country Valentine's Day decor. Let's get to those crafts. I'm taking this very worn and weathered watering can that I thrifted for $4.99. And I know that once all of this old paint job that's very dated, once I've fixed this, I think it will be absolutely beautiful. I'm going to take some white chalk paint from Waverly Chalk Paint, and I'm going to give 3 coats. There's a crackle finish and some pictures on it that are very dated, very 1990s, I believe. This video is in part of the thrift store Flip Collab, hosted by Sandra of the Schwowin's Nest. In our collab, we have Vesna of Vesna TV, Jamie of Simple Roots, Simple Living, and Cindy of That Crafting Lady, along with myself. The playlist link will be in my description box down below. Sandra of the Schwowin's Nest has invited us crafters to join her January collab, and I'm super excited to participate. Sandra's channel is filled with so many beautiful thrift flip projects, and you've got to be sure to stop by her channel for some great inspiration. Her channel link will be in the description box. I'm going to take these beautiful stencils, and this portion is what I will be using, and just simply lining it up. I'm using a makeup sponge to gently tap on the black chalk paint that I'm using, and as you can see in this area, I got a little too thick. So I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to come back with some more white chalk paint, 2 coats as a matter of fact, and let that dry, and then I'm going to reposition very carefully the stencil back in place. Because the stencil is a very delicate pattern, you have to be very careful when you're pouncing the paint onto the stencil, and that is much better. Now I want this paint can to have the look of enamel wear, so I'm going to take some more of my black chalk paint, and this entire rim that goes around on the back side, I'm going to paint that very carefully. And also the very tip of the spout. And then all over, I'm going to simply make some weathered look to it. I'm trying to place some of this black paint in these areas that are the creases. After allowing all of the black detailing to dry, I've taken my watering can outside and I've applied 2 coats of glossy clear spray paint to the entire watering can, and it has achieved that enamel wear look. And there are some seams that I'm going to go ahead and highlight with my black paint. I'm simply trying to highlight a lot of the detailing with the black paint. Now I'm going to take this Dollar Tree floral foam, and I'm going to hot glue it down inside of the watering can. And taking these beautiful red rosebuds from Dollar Tree, I'm going to separate each one of the branches, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them off, and then I'm going to place them in. It will make arranging it much easier than if they were in just one bunch. I do leave one of the stems with the longest part of the stem. I don't cut it off because I do want it to be at the height of my arrangement. So I do leave the height on. And I'm just placing these all just around, trying to keep it even. And now, because these are wire, I'm just bending them to make them spread out just a little more evenly. Now, I purchased some very delicate looking white floral from Dollar Tree also, and with this I'm not going to cut each one of these down. What I'm going to do is just spread them out very far apart, each one of the branches, and then placing that in the very center of the floral foam, I'm going to just manipulate each one of these branches to just intermingle with the roses. And then I'm coming back with another bunch and I'm putting it down into the foam on the opposite side, and then I'm just pushing them and moving them around to where they're kind of spread out. And now I'm going to take this very beautiful frosted looking eucalyptus that I purchased from Dollar General, and I just cut each one of the branches off. And if you notice, I'm not really pushing all of these into the foam. I am just placing some of them in because the branches are not long enough, and so I'm just placing some in. And there are some though that are very long, like this one that I did cut from the very it's the very last one, so it had the long stem, and I wanted that one to be very tall, and I wanted it to stay put. I didn't want it to move around, so that I did push that one into the foam. Now I'm taking some rustic ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just create a very simple bow, and I will embellish it with some other ribbon in just a moment, but I'm just going to dovetail the two ends. And I'm taking these 3 different ribbons. 2 are from Dollar Tree and 1 is from Dollar General. The red glittery one is from Dollar General. It's from the Christmas section. When you are looking for ribbon next year or any time for during Christmas time, keep in mind that some of that red ribbon can also be used right around the corner for Valentine's Day. And that's what I've done, is I've saved some of my ribbon and some of my embellishments for Valentine's Day. And here I'm just fluffing out all those little loops from the, it's just a very simple bow that I created with the 3 lengths. And then I'm just going to slant cut each one of these ends, just snipping them off. And then I'm simply going to hot glue this section of ribbons to the bigger bow. And now I need to find a way that I can place this in my arrangement. So I'm taking one of the leftover stems that I cut, and I'm hot gluing it to the back of the ribbon or the bow, and I'm using just a very small piece that I cut from that ribbon and just keeping it in place. And now it's very sturdy, as you can see, and I can just simply push it into the base at the very bottom and push it into the foam to keep it very secure. And here you have my beautiful French country watering can floral arrangement, perfect for Valentine's. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel by clicking that subscribe button. And in order to not miss any of my upcoming videos, be sure to click on that notification bell and select the word all. I'm taking this gorgeous bird cage that I thrifted for $4.99, and it's made of completely metal, and I love it, except this dragonfly detail I wasn't crazy about. So I'm taking some pliers and I'm trying to remove this. It's been welded on or soldered on, and I found out that using my wire cutters worked so much more effectively. So once I got most of it cut off, then I just started to peel it back, and I got it all off. Now I'm going to take some white chalk paint, and I'm going to very lightly brush it all over. I'm not going to place a second or third coat. I am going to only use one coat, and I am coating each one of these bars and all along the edges. I don't want the detail to be lost. I want it to look distressed without my having to actually sand it. I need to create a base in order to place all of my floral arrangement that I'm going to place inside of here, because it is a wire basket, and so there really is not a bottom, and it will fall out. And I also need something that I can attach all of this to. So I'm taking some cardboard and I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to paint it white. And I'm going to glue down 2 floral foams from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to take a lot of this ivy from this little angel, ceramic angel that I thrifted, and I thrifted it for the angel. I love the angel, but I really like the ivy, and there was a lot of it for, I believe, $2.99 is what I thrifted that for. So I thought that was a great deal. And as you can see, I'm just arranging, I'm finding the smaller parts of the ivy, and I'm just adding it in and camouflaging the foam and also the paper cardboard that I've placed at the bottom. And now I'm taking some of this holly from Dollar Tree that I purchased during Christmas time. Once again, some more Christmas time things that I'm going to use. And I just cut sections of it and placed it in. And now I'm taking some of that Dollar Tree ribbon, which is very beautiful and very antique looking, and I'm just, if you notice, I'm just winding it around, and I'm creating some slant cuts to let some of the pieces just kind of peek out. And I did hot glue some of those pieces on, and here I've got these beautiful birds that I purchased also at Christmas time, and I'm going to remove the wire from the feet. And they need a perch, so I'm going to use this large cinnamon stick, and I'm going to hot glue this small dowel rod that I bought from a pack from Dollar Tree. And once that has dried, I'm just going to push that in, and I'm going to camouflage that dowel rod with a little bit of ivy. And here I'm just gluing on with the feet my little birds onto their little perch. And now I'm going to make a very simple bow, which is with a lace and then also some glittery string that I purchased from Dollar General. And I'm just going to fray the ends of that string. And it's very delicate. I think it's just got a hint of the red. I wanted it to look charming and country, kind of French country. And so that was the look that I'm going for. And I did hot glue a small section of the ivy to the very top of my cage. And then I've hot glued my bow. Here are my beautiful little lovebirds nestled in their sweet, beautiful bird cage, ready for Valentine's Day. If you're wanting more of a subtle decor for your home for Valentine's Day, then this type of decor will be perfect for your home. I hope you've enjoyed these projects as much as I enjoyed putting them together for you. If you enjoyed them, please give me a big thumbs up like. I'd much appreciate it. Please visit the playlist link where we have a lineup of some beautiful work by these talented creators. Don't forget to look around you for the beauty in your life. It's right there waiting for you to see it. Until the next video, have a great day.